Good morning, everybody. Cooking with Clams here. Today I got invited out on my friend Aaron's boat. There's Aaron there, prepping for the day. He's got a charter down here in Key West called Dibs on Bottom Adventures. He also has a YouTube channel called Key West Waterman. Definitely check that out. So I'm lucky on the days I get to go out on the water because they're few and far between work and real life. But today he's got a charter to go out for swordfish. He's got only 2 people on the boat, so there was a little extra room for me. So if we get a swordfish, which is high risk, high reward, meaning you can spend all day, get a couple of hits, and get nothing. Or we can go out and be heroes and land a 300-pound swordfish. You never know. But if we do get one, what I'm gonna try to do is treat the ribs almost like a pork rib and bring them home, smoke them, and hopefully we come up with something. Pretty perfect conditions out here. Something strange happening, we might have something on.
See the bite. Oh my god, it was so subtle, right?
The most hopeless day swordfish in history of man is so
So based on what I see, this is a big fish.
Yeah,
it swam a 12-pound weight all the way.
You don't have your name.
We might be doing good.
Low drag.
That would be hopeless.
We were winning.
No, because I'm not fishing a lot of
Yeah.
drag. You're not horsing anything in. That's what you gotta remember.
I don't.
Now we're losing. He's angry and headed towards the bottom, so hopefully we can coax him up. So we got a rather large fish on, digging deep, and this just happened. And here comes the wake from that tanker.
Look at that. It's like a tsunami. He's going to think that Aaron's really pulling it.
This could work against us or in our favor.
Loosen it just a little bit.
Oh.
See how big this is.
All right, we made it past.
All right, just barely to the right, Will. A little more to the right. All right, hard to the right. I can't see him. Right up under the boat.
Fish is coming up.
All right, straighten it out.
Fish is coming up. Fish is coming up.
Hard right, hard right. Big fish. Hard right, Will.
Oh my god.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Stick him! You got him! You got him! Holy shit! That's a fish of a lifetime. Watch out.
All right. Boat in neutral.
Neutral.
Holy shit! That's a fish of a lifetime. Look at that. Unbelievable.
Hold on, not yet. No, once it comes over.
All right, we got him packed with ice. This is,
If you're rich and watch Will's channel, send us a swordfish bag.
what an epic day out there on the water. That is the fish of a lifetime that we caught today. It was unbelievable. We didn't expect it, and at the last minute, we got it. And thankfully, we got it in. And that's thanks to Aaron and everybody on the boat that helped. What a day. So, everyone went and they took the fillets, and what I kept were the ribs and the collars. So a lot of things on swordfish you can treat kind of like pork. You don't want to overcook it. That's the biggest mistake people make with swordfish, is that they overcook it. But the funny thing is, these cuts, the collar and the ribs, you can take a little bit further. One, the collar, because it's all the meat is encapsulated by the cartilage, and it's almost like the chicken thigh of the fish. And you can put it on the grill, that's what I usually like to do, or broil it. These are so big, we're gonna have to do them on the grill. And the ribs, I'm gonna treat like pork ribs. So I'm gonna go inside now, we're gonna do a marinade, let them marinate for about 6 hours, and then we're gonna throw them on the grill, and it's a great appetizer. So let's get inside and we'll do the marinade. All right, we're in the kitchen and we're getting ready to prep our swordfish ribs. So here we have our ribs. So we're gonna make a marinade with Worcestershire sauce, Tabasco, spicy barbecue, cracked black pepper, soy sauce, and apple cider vinegar. So we got a couple of friends coming over for dinner tonight because we caught that big sword today, and now I'm gonna roast off the collars on the barbecue. This is the biggest collar I've ever dealt with. Now I want it to sit flat on the barbecue and I have to get this pectoral fin off. And the only thing that I could come up with was a saw. All right, I don't know if we invited enough people. That's how much meat is gonna come off of this. Now we have about 6 people coming over tonight and I still feel like we're gonna have way too much food. So these are huge. I'm gonna put them on the barbecue and they're probably gonna take about 45 minutes to cook, so I'm gonna start them now so they're ready when people get here. Because these are so thick and so big, I'm actually gonna cut a couple of pockets in the cavity, stick some lemons in, and some parsley. And I cook these skin side down, and then at the very end, I'll flip it over just to make sure that that meat is cooked through. I only use sea salt whenever cooking fish. It's a much more mild, forgiving salt. Kosher salt is a little bit too sharp. And with how big these are, I want the salt to permeate all the way through. So I'm gonna use a really generous amount. So don't be shocked. So a good trick cooking fish is if you take a metal skewer, stick it all the way in, let it sit for a minute, and then take it out and touch it to your lip. So your body is at 98 degrees. The fish you want at 145. Now most fish I cook medium rare. This swordfish, we're gonna cook it all the way through. But this just now, as I touch it to my lip, ice cold, which means the center of that is still completely raw. So again, I'm gonna do my skewer check. Let it sit for a moment. And that's a little bit hot, so they're probably at about 110, 120. So now I'm gonna put on the ribs, and hopefully everything finishes at the same time. We're gonna pull everything off. We're pretty much finished. So now, because these collars are so big, hopefully I don't drop them when I'm trying to pull these off, because they are, oh my God.
Don't even think about it.
And the ribs cook pretty quick, about 10 minutes, because there's not too much meat on them. All right, so it's something you wouldn't normally think to cook. It's something that would get thrown away. It's very famous in most Japanese restaurants. It's called hamachi kama, and it's not really introduced here. It's starting to now. People are starting to use the collar, and like I said, it's a very forgiving cut of fish. So you can almost overcook it and it'll still stay juicy. So for someone that's just starting out cooking fish, this is the way to go. And it's I would compare it to the chicken thigh, where a chicken thigh is gonna dry out much less than a chicken breast. So think of it that way. The collar is gonna dry out much less than a fillet. So you have a little more room for error. All right, we're gonna get eating. Thanks for this episode. If you like it and like the recipes, hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.